It is Wednesday morning, and I am jumping in to some Final Fantasy Online. We're going to go ahead and just run through our daily tasks here. Looks like we are going to start off here with squadrons because that's where I logged out. So we'll go ahead and start off here. That's absolutely fine. We'll end the day with our provisioning and stuff, so that's probably why I'm just finishing off my supply and provisioning. So I'm ending the day back where I started, so I'm literally doing a full loop. So we'll go ahead and do squadrons first. Oh, look at all that chemistry. My gosh. And he's level 48. That is so fantastic. 71 red gatherer scripts. So let's go ahead and see what I got as far as chemistry goes. This guy has gatherer scripts. That's going to be tough to beat. When accompanying an archer, which you are, there's a 40% chance. No. I'd rather the 40% chance over the 10. All I have to do is keep an archer. Tank specific over crafters? No way. No way. I'd way rather crafter scripts. And you don't have anything new. When accompanying bonus company seals or disciple of magic specific materia. I think I'd rather the materia actually. So we'll go ahead and confirm that. Perfect. What's going on, Ted? How are you doing? And let's exit that and send them back out. Squadron missions. And looks like they succeeded yesterday. As long as they succeed at least once a week, that's what I can ask of them. So we'll send them out on the next step down. Deploy. Yes, and as soon as that guy hits 60, I will start working on yet another. There are no currently new ones available, so it is time to jump over to Mist and roll our retainers for the day. What's going on, Igneal? How are you doing? And Captain Mullet, you doing all right? Chemistro, what's going on? You're about to hit record and edit. You should do one and then the other, not at the same time. That's my personal opinion on the matter. But thanks for saying hello, Chemistro. You gonna give us a hint at what you're editing? I should have just my videos should have just gone live on the 5th anniversary event. So for those of you new to the 14 community, Final Fantasy celebrates its anniversary every year. They're counting this as year 5, even though technically the game's been around 8 years if you count kind of the whole 1.0 fiasco. But they really just count from 2.0 on. It was such a big overhaul. So you've got devs that have 8 years of experience, but the game has ultimately been going on 5 years. What did I just get? That looked like a minion. What was that? Tiny Tapir minion. We're going to use it. Let's make that really clear, but what's it worth? Oh, only 44,000. Boo! Alright. Use. Cool. Not a bad haul. Just doing your main story roulette. Nice and slow. It's a ton of experience, a ton of, if you're doing it on a max level character, it's a ton of seals, so it's not bad loot. It's just, I'm with you. This guy's gear looks like mine. Hey, leveled! Hooray! So today we're going to go back to mining, since that's the low level one, and make sure that this is moved out of the way enough that I can see what I'm doing here. So he hit what level? Green thing hit 52, and my botanist is level 53, so I actually have room. So I'll do mining today, and then I'll have to do at least one more day of botany this week to keep him outpaced. Okay. How are we doing on inventory space? Fine. We're doing totally fine. So that's done. So we'll go ahead and stop by and do our golden saucer for the day. And then we'll go do some gathering. I'm not going to do any dailies, so we're not going to do any daily beast tribes. We're not going to do any daily dungeons. We're going to utterly try to avoid battle classes until August 7th. So that is the plan. So 6 more days of avoiding battle classes. I'd like to do no combat, and then that way I can jump into Pagos, and it feels nice and refreshing, and as soon as I finish Pagos, we can jump into Battle for Azeroth and do a ton of combat. So I've been mostly trying to avoid that in both games. What's going on, Dark Lantern? How is your day going? Alright. Mini Cackbot Broker. What you got for me? Let's purchase this ticket. Yep. Ooh, I like when we get these. Oh no, there's no winner. There's no winner. There could be a second place. There's not. At least it's a profit. Some days I lose money on all three, so I'm down like 300 for the day or whatever. Okay. 8, 3. That's the only possible winner. The top line could be a second place. Oh my gosh, so it was a first place on the bottom row, and it was a second place on the top row. Alright, we'll take the 10,000. Thank you. Always go for the 10,000. Alright, we got a 1. Okay, so we know that second place is out, so first place is in. Oh, and 10,000 again! Oh, what a great day. What a great day. We made 20,019 MGP minus the 200, 300. So, I don't know. Almost 20,000 MGP today. What a great day. When I do my turn-ins for my grand company, do I type the names in the market board? Yeah, is there a better way? Oh, you can right-click copy them? Oh, I type them partial, though. So I just type, like, a random part. So. Oh, double jackpot. Indeed. What's going on, Stickman? Yeah, I mean, I guess it makes sense that you could copy it. I'll try that today and see if that's faster. That's everything there. So it's time to go mining. Now, what level is my miner? 46. So we're still in ARR content. So let's go to Ul'dah. I don't know how far I can make it today. But I feel like, 7 minutes to push through all my daily tasks is pretty quick. So I've got lots of room. I don't have any class quests to do, so I'm in just really good shape in general. I'm coming to Ul'dah because I don't remember where the 46 area is, and this is faster than looking it up. Because this has all of the leaves. Yeah, I use partial search, and so I just pick any part of the name that... so if it's like Magicite, imagine if it's like copper bracers, right? Just as like a random name. Well, there's going to be a lot of copper items, and so I'll type like copper space B. And then if it's like copper ring of fending, then I could just type like ring of F, and then I'm only going to get all the rings of fending. So, you have kind of that ability to pare it down pretty quickly. But maybe copying's faster. I thought this guy went all the way up. I thought he had all of them. He only has the 1 to 15s? Really? So do I have to look it up? It's probably Coerthos if I had to guess. Let's just take a guess. And then if that's not it, I'll look it up. It's worth a stab. I thought the main city had all of them. I don't know why I thought that. Alright. Yeah, I think Mordona's still a little higher, but maybe not. I'm getting really close. I should only have to do 1 or 2 rounds of leaves per quest, and then I should be into Heavensward content. Which will be nice, because I can fly. Mordona at the settlement. Alright. Yeah, I think it's down at Dragonhead. Thank you, Marnie. Alright, so since I'm here, I'll check this, and then it sounds like I'm going to Mordona. But I'm literally right here, so... Fieldcraft 35. Yep, looks like you guys are absolutely right. Alright. Off to Mordona. Perfect. And good morning indeed. Oh, is it in my recommended, or do I have to go to, like you're saying, go to one of the websites? Alright. Onward. Should probably go back and finish all those quests at some point, but... Oh, there's always time to do more in this game. It never ends. Getting all your classes to cap is a big piece of it, though. Getting them all to cap, and you're a lot closer to having this game in a completed state. Okay. Should be this guy here, then. Fieldcraft. 45. Beautiful. I'd like to accept, and I'd like to accept. I guess we'll go do this one here. And before we start it, we'll need to turn on all the consumables for the day. Looks like our social free company, looks like our buffs have fallen off. Actions. Oh no! Where'd the other action go? It fell off. Do I have to go back for that? No. These are all the same, though. Yes. Yes. Execute action. Yes. Okay, so I got heat of the battle. We got to go back to Gridania. Ugh, that hurts. All right. And we'll roll the gathering one. I'm leaving the battle one on because we have some people leveling right now, so I don't want to jack with it. Oh, you just picked the best one. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Does it say anywhere on there if I've done it before? Because I know there's also, like, achievements for having done, like, all the leaves. So it would make sense to go ahead and do them each once, like, while we're here. Okay. It's this left guy, I think. Quartermaster. Actions. And it's the... What is it called? Something obvious. Earth and water. Earth and water. Purchase. Okay. And then we should be able to go to social, free company, execute. Yes. And I just need, oh, so I have to buy multiple of those. Spend company credits on actions. So I probably shouldn't have discarded those others. I'm wasting our credits. There we go. Perfect. Oh, yeah, you can put a link. There we go. Mordona. I don't think it'll kill it. Yeah, I know there's an achievement to having done all the leaves once, so I like to do them at least once. I know you can go like your completed list and check them, but I don't know if it's easy to see like in the pickup screen. There's an add-on that does it for WoW, so it doesn't do it natively. So it wouldn't be shocking if this game didn't do it natively either. Oh, did it kill it? Yeah. I don't know how to turn that off. I didn't even see it having killed it. Usually it says retracted and I can like undo it. Alright. Metal has no master. Metal has no master. Oh, first let's activate all our stuff. So we'll eat food first. And I'll go ahead and eat my way up to an hour, since that's roughly how long we'll be on. And then we will open up my inventory and put in the company issue. We're going to do a company issue, followed by a squadron issue. Alright, I'm ready. Metal has no master. Let's mine for... Yeah, that's fine. I'm not going to die. I don't think there's even anything here to attack me. Well, this is going well. 90% is ridiculous. Almost had a perfect run on the very first node. I usually pick the lower. I don't know if there's a theory on that. What is my evaluation at? My evaluation's at 70, and I'm 2 of 8 in, so times 4 is 280. So I gotta do more than that. I'm not quite there. There's no such thing as high quality here, so it's just success, I guess. Yeah, because I'm not going high enough to pass this. I may have to jump down to the other one. Okay, yeah, there's a fishing website like that. Let's do this one on this guy down here. Let's see if we can drive our evaluation up just a touch. There we go. And then we'll have to use a cordial because I just destroyed my GP. That should push it to 90. So now I'm well on my way, because now I'm halfway through and I'm almost at 200. I don't know how easy that stuff is for you guys to read. It's kind of hard for me to read. They use a really fuzzy font. It's not about the size. Like, there are small fonts that I can read very well. That's just not one of them. So we're going to power level this miner up. Hopefully we'll pick up 2 or 3 levels today in the hour, but we'll just have to see. I don't know if you can level that fast. I assume that with all this stuff turned on, I can. All right. Next. I mean, I can literally see my experience bar moving, so like it should work. So I'm at 6 of 8, and I'm at 200 and... Oh no. Ideally this... So I just broke 270, so I need to get like 14 off this last one. right there. And I don't know how much that one costs. It costs 250 GP, so this should do it. So we'll do this. We'll gather this last guy. And there it is! We succeeded. Now it's just a question of, can we push it? Now we're in the second tier. And now we're in the third tier. There we go. We maxed it out. Just like that. 8 of 8. Hooray! What's going on, Corey? Would I like to return? Yes, because the other one is literally across the way. So this is faster. So we'll go ahead and turn this in and see if this levels me. I assume it will. Collect reward. Just because I'm literally right here. Okay, so it's given 96,000 plus 33,000. That pushed me up. Alright, 47. Because I don't know if these are like Battlecraft leaves where I can like make them harder. But now that I'm a higher level... Oh, nope. Just figured I'd see if I had any upgrades, and then I should repair while I'm here. I haven't been repairing lately, so everything's all jacked. Repair gear, please. Yes, everything I'm wearing. Yes, I will spend 300 gil. Thank you for asking. Alright. So, I mean, that was 129,000, 130,000 experience points. So it adds up. $10 or 20 minutes, you know? Alright. Now this area does have nasty things in it. So this is hybrid hypothesis. Map. Initiate. Yes. Would I like to increase the difficulty? You bet. Okay. So I've just got to gather these 4, so we'll start by gathering this one that's all on its lonesome and then work our way back. How do you sponsor it? It should be a link when we're live, and it should only be available when we're live. Alright. So we'll start with this here. I think I should probably just go for the big one. I mean, it's still 66%. That's not bad. I don't know. Maybe that was a mistake. Because I'm only at 27, and 27 times 4 is 108, and I gotta get to 143. And GP recovers so slowly. Alright. Let's do, we'll do crystallized root for this one. Yeah, I think that's more per node. Because it's such an easy, like it's such a high success rate. Oh, definitely. That was way better. Failures just cost you too much. Alright. So we're going to consume our little thing here. And then this is where we'll step it up. So we'll do this and we'll go with the higher node. See if we can make it up. I don't know. I might not get any bonus here. I think I screwed up by messing that first one up. What's going on, Nick? Yeah, I'm at 123. So I should be able to push over the 5%, but I don't know that I'm going to get the whole 25. We'll see. Do it again. Crystallized trunk. Yeah, I don't think there's enough in the node. So there's the first one. There's the second one. Oh, sure enough. Plus 25%. Just squeaked it out there. Thanks to the cordials. I can't do it. You would never make it without consumables. No, I mean the load screen is literally slower than running to them. because he's right here. Hello. Collect reward. Yes, 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 yes. Gosh, I can't believe that. That's almost half a level. Alright. So you're saying if I go to Fieldcraft Leaves that I should look at how much experience they're giving? And can I see whether or not they've ever been done? Like, is there a way? So I should pick the one with the higher experience then. Accept. Okay. Cool. It's your birthday today. Cool. What's your free company doing to celebrate? And happy birthday. Let's go ahead and initiate. Yes. Yes. Okay. So I've got to complete all the nodes. So let's run up north here. And we will start north and work our way south. Wow. 89%. Not bad. Oh, and nothing. That's how they get you. So I've just got to make it to 32, and they're going to give me a bonus for everything I get above. So I've got 8 nodes. That node I collected exactly the number. Corey, thank you so much. Welcome to Patreon. If you link your Patreon and I think your Discord, you should have access to Discord now. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much. You'll also see your name from time to time now on the beginning of videos. Because YouTube and Twitch, you get emotes, and so we wanted to try to think of a way to thank Patreons in a more direct way like that, so. Alright. We're ahead of the curve now. For faster leveling ones, you want to do the evaluations. Okay. We need to wait on this. Our cordial's up in like 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Cordial. I have so many cordials. That's not the issue. And I can always buy more. One of you guys gave me a chunk of them. That's what got me started. And then I just never spent my way back down. I'm way ahead of the curve here. I say that. Now I'm like right back on the curve. I've got to get at least 4 per node. Oh, please don't pull. Please don't pull. Please don't. Oh, come on, man. Such a waste of time. Come here. Oh, and I have to reuse my stuff to boost it. Ugh, that's painful. What a waste of GP. Alright. They're farming mounts for you? That's awesome. Hopefully you get a bunch. That could be a great day. Raids are super fun with a static. Like, they can be a little more stressful when you're with strangers. Especially if it's newer to you. But like with a group of people that are totally chill when somebody wipes and they just focus on like learning and everything like that, it's very, very like relaxing, enjoyable. Like it's really fun content to do as a group. Oh, this is such a pain. So I should use materia to boost my perception and gathering. Okay. Yeah, I hadn't been worrying about it because I've been mostly leveling through just, like, turning in my supply and provisioning missions. And, like, I've been swapping out gears so often. I know that if I use materia, like, under a certain grade, it's really easy to get back, though. So it doesn't truly cost you anything. You kind of just pay money to, like, put it on loan for a little while. So I'm not quite level 50. So we'll see. Like once I hit my 50 gear here, we'll take time and we'll go gearing. Right now, the amount of time I'd spend going and gearing and stuff, it's hard to see how that would be faster than just staying, because I'm already in the area. And my 50 gear is shared with my botanist, so like if I do it once, it should help both of them level a little better. As opposed to this gear is like gear this is my last gatherer down at this level, so my last sub 50 gatherer, so I should be really close to just throwing all this stuff in the trash. Oh, I don't have a cordial available. Is this the last one? It is the last one. We'll just use what we can. 79. I'm already way over the 32, so that's not a big deal. This is why we need data center mail. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of little things like that that would make this game so much nicer. Just little quality of life. The game's really in a pretty good state. So I think that's why I get so frustrated about the quality of life things I want, is because the game is 99% of the way perfect. I just feel like that last 1% would make such a big difference. Man, so the bonus wasn't nearly as much. And there it is. 48. Fieldcraft. Now, how do I know what... Is it this thing that's telling me what each kind is? So I was looking at experience just based in the reward, but I don't know. How do I know if it's an evaluation or not? Oh, so there's the check mark saying I've done that before. So I've never done this one. So let's go do this one first, just because I want to have done them all once. Regardless of if that's most efficient, because there's an achievement for it. And so I either do it now, where it gives me good experience, or I do it at cap, and it's literally a waste of time. So I'd rather do it now, if that makes sense. That way I'm at least getting something for it. Alright. And this is just a race to gather 40, I guess. So I know sometimes, like, Brian is so, like, overwhelmingly positive just as a person, which is something I really admire about him. So sometimes I seem like the dick on the channel, where I'm just kind of, like, frustrated. But it really just comes from, like, I wouldn't be frustrated at the game if I didn't think they could do it. Like, if I just thought this was as good as they could do, I'd just be appreciative. But I don't. Like, I think they're absolutely capable of this. Let's go ahead and burn my cordial cooldown. So I don't think it's that much of a stretch. They're a very talented team. They've shown us over and over that they can be creative and resourceful and thoughtful. And so I just want them to do that more. Oh, just do them and remember what's what. Okay. So there's not like a... Because, like, with crafting, that little card up there tells me, like, is it going to be a turn in once or turn in 3 times? Like, the card up there in the corner clues you in. It's like a little tarot card that predicts what ridiculous errand you're going to be running for an NPC in the near future. Okay. I foresee X amount of tedium. Yeah, I don't know why Glamour takes them as long as it does. You would think they would set up these models in a way where they were easily dyeable and stuff, and then they could kind of, at the beginning of an expansion, come out with like 50 or 60 glamour sets and just kind of trickle them over the first couple patches, and then continue to trickle them where it's like each patch you're getting 4 or 5 pieces, 4 or 5 sets that are rehashes of old sets with different dyes, or you know, and then I think you could tie those behind achievements. So it could be like, if you get, so for example, let's say there's like an explorer set, right? And it's for like this out in the world, and you look like an old traditional explorer. You could have an explorer set that's green for doing some gathering related stuff, and blue for doing some crafting related stuff, and red for picking it up through dungeons. And then as you collect them, they could count towards an achievement, and when you collect them all, the reward could be a set that's dyeable. And so you've kind of built multiple forms of content out of a single model from your modeling team. And then if you want to create really unique versions that are like striped and stuff like that are not dyeable, then you go and you take unique achievements and you say, okay, the Monster Hunter World thing, you know, in the future we're doing a collab with a game that doesn't have a lot of glamour built in. So like Monster Hunter World's not a good example, but imagine if we pulled it from a game that, you know, the glamour just isn't there. Well, then we can say, okay, we're going to go back and we're going to take one of the existing Explorer sets and we're going to make like a black and gold striped one, because that game pulls a lot of black and gold in. And then you're taking that existing model and you're putting out a new dye lot, and that's the only way to get it black and gold. And so you just keep recycling these sets. And so in the game you have 200 sets across all the existing content, and then you just take that 200 sets and you turn it into 1,000 things worth collecting. So it doesn't take a lot of reinventing the wheel. That was pretty quick. Yeah, the crafters or whatever is so much. The guides are definitely, the documentation is definitely out there. Oh, that was a great completion bonus. All right. Let's see if any of these are. So they have these cards, but these cards aren't telling me anything? Huh. Market prohibited. Why would I want that then? What's the magic oilcloth for? I don't like that it's market prohibited. I don't remember which is... the Metal has no master, I think, was a plus 30%. Alright. And 30% is huge. So you're leveling like every 3 leaves. So you're leveling like every 20 or 30 minutes. So I should be able to hit 50. Probably not this lead, but the next one. And then that will allow me to go back and do my class quest. Maybe I shouldn't do my class quest right away, because like they're kind of a pain, and the 50 class quest is not that good of a reward at this point. So I could stay till 51 and make that a lot easier, since it's just an extra 2 or 3 leaves. Metal has no master. Initiate. And like I already have the loot from doing my 50 class quest on the other 2, so like I already have plenty of good gear that I'll be able to switch to. Holy crap. Way down south. Way down south. So it just doesn't take a lot. It just takes recycling existing content. And you can plan it on the front end. So let's go ahead and start strong and gather this this fancy 1-star material. Because it gets me way ahead of the curve on my points or whatever. Okay, and then we can drink my cordial. Because now I'm only, like, this will put me 2 nodes in and I'll already be, you know, a quarter of the way there easily. Because the content is already there, and the challenge log is such an easy way to do it, and it's such a lazy interpretation of what it could be. It doesn't have to be the same every week. You know, and they tried doing that like diary thing, and it's like that really should have been a part of the challenge log. It should have all just been rolled into one big thing. The problem is every time they come out with a new change to the system, instead of layering it into an existing system, they just come out with a new system, and so you end up with 27 partial systems integrated into the game, and if any of them have anything fun or rewarding, the problem is not that people wouldn't do it, it's that honestly you end up with so many systems that people don't know about it. So they just don't do it because they don't know. You have people who played for years and they just don't know about little features that are put into the game. Yeah, I'm 3 nodes in, I'm already over halfway. This one's going to go so much easier. I get 15 of those cloths and I turn them in to get a piece of armor. Meh. Seems like an awful lot of work for something I'm not going to repeat that long, because I'm not coming back. Like, I'm at the most 4 more of these leaves away from, like, never coming here again as a miner. It's a neat idea when this content was current. They just don't do a good enough job of going back and swapping that stuff out. It might have been worth it back then. Absolutely. Might have. But this one should ding 50 for me. So with battle leaves, the issue is the commute. So you pick them all up and you do them in a little cluster and then you teleport back after the last one. But with gathering leaves, you're saying it's more efficient to do them kind of one at a time like this. Now, none of them seem very far from the leaf guy. Battle leaves sometimes that feel like really drag you across a zone. I know Palace of the Dead is the fastest, but I can promise that some of my battle classes will be leveled with leaves. Because I cannot sit in Palace of the Dead for a dozen classes. There's no way. Oh no! 53 seconds? No way I do that. Let's just coast it in here. There's level 2 is the next success. Oh no, one more success, come on. Level 2. Alright, so now I've got to succeed, I think, 2 more times to get level 3. Oh no, it's going to be down to the wire. 313. 320 on the dot. Whew. That was close. That was close. This will give a fair bit of experience because of the plus 25. Collect reward. Because that's an extra 36,000. Oh, it didn't level me. Oh, what a tease. Alright. So the laying down lady right here, well, that's the same quest. So now it wants me to pick up that stuff. Oh, this is a venture coin. Alright. So let's go see what the lady in the field is like. Let's see if there's a pattern here. I know you guys are saying there's not. That feels silly. Hybrid hypothesis. Initiate. Okay. Confirm. Oh, my cordial's up. Good. I was like, man, I am tapped on GP here. So this is evaluation again. And it's now a lady in the field instead of laying down. That's so ridiculous. Hey, we leveled up. Is there gear I can swap? Can I swap gear mid-leave? You bet I can. Alright. Ding, ding, ding. 50, 50, 50. Looks like it's up the hill. We should probably finish on those. Nah. We'll just teleport back at the end. Just started in a weird spot. says 49. Am I synced? 49, I guess. Not 50. Ah! You always turn your difficulty up. You're about to start this game for the first time. Enjoy yourself. And, like, that sounds silly, but, like, this game has a lot of story and stuff to it. So you need to just sit back and relax and do your main story. Your main story and capping your very first battle class is the most important thing you can do. Just stick to that. Don't get distracted by all this other stuff until you have that done. It's worth it 1,000 different ways, and once you're there, you'll be able to look back and be so glad you did it that way. There's so many other side pieces of content and alternative ways to level and things like that, but you end up having to do the main story anyway. So just do your main story quest first and foremost. It's the most important thing you can be working on, by far. If you're not big in lore, you can skip it all. If you are big on lore, be sure you have popcorn handy, because it is a lot. Oh, crap. Is this the fourth one? This is the fourth one. I need to use this. That was dumb. Alright, so we cleared the first node, but because I burned that first one, cleared the we'll clear the second, but because I burned that first hit, I don't have an extra hit. Ah, I would have hit it, but I wasn't paying attention. Close. So, just take your time, enjoy the journey. It's a lot of story. It's a lot of story. They've boosted the experience on main story and all that so much that you don't need to worry about all the side quests and other stuff. Like, I can't imagine there's very many gaps, if any, where your main story doesn't give you enough experience as you go. There's over the top of quest guys. There's multiple symbols. There's a round symbol that has a little plus sign on it, like this. Red is because I'm a gatherer right now, so if I switch to like my red mage here. So this little plus sign here, that means it unlocks something. So I would do those along the way, and I would do your main story. And your main story is going to have this like flaming symbol next to it. Mine says to be continued because I'm caught up on main story at the moment. But when 4.4 drops in mid-September, that won't be the case. Alright, so I am 49 and a little bit. I would take a venture over that. The experience looks identical, and I know this one's an evaluation. If you really don't want to search beginner guides and you don't want to look too far, there are a lot of great creators out there, but I believe there's some beginner guides on this channel right here. But if you have any questions, it is the most friendly and welcoming MMO community I've ever been a part of. So, just ask. Ask a complete stranger. You get in a dungeon you don't know, just tell them, hey, I'm new here. Is there anything I need to worry about? And they will absolutely be awesome. Alright. Incredible community. We're going to start at the top left. The blue cross just means it unlocks something, so it's how you unlock like special dungeons, it's how you unlock UI elements. There's just all sorts of things tied behind it, so you don't have to worry too much about kind of like what it's unlocking, just that it's unlocking something new. So it's definitely worth doing. If it doesn't have a plus sign, like, it means it's literally worthless. It's just fluff. So it'll give experience and stuff, and you can go back and do it later, but this is a game where, like, you level all your classes on one character, so you can always go back and grab it with a class that needs the experience later, because you're only going to do main story once. So you're really short experience for all those other classes, especially battle classes that it's hard to get into dungeon content. Now the server you pick, you should pick a server. If you know anybody that plays the game, you should pick a server with them. And then the servers fall into two categories, at least here in the US. They fall into data centers, and so the two data centers in the US are Primal and Aether, and we can play with people that are on our same data center as long as they are, as long as they're on our same data center. So Primal can't play with Aether, Aether can't play with Primal, so the United States community is split in half. There's just too many of us. I would love to see them merge those one day. But until the technology's there, we will be stuck separate. I'm sure there will be a day when they merge. It's just entirely based on technology. All right. Oh, the green leaf's great. The green leaf's great. One of my things wore off, it looks like. How do I know which one? Squadron survival. Company issue wore off. There we go. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be gathering today, but those things have literally become worthless to me at this point, especially the company ones. The squadron ones, you can only get 10 a week. So it is possible to run out of those. But I can't imagine I would. Not anytime soon, at least. There will come a day, but there's a chance I'm already at cap by that point. Oh, it's on the other side. Heh. Tricked me by glowing through the thing there. Alright. I can go grind red scripts for a bit. Will that, can I buy squadron ones with that? Because the squadron ones, I've been sending out my squadron guys on that mission, but then once you complete that mission successfully for the week, it's locked out for the week. Ugh, nothing. That hurts so bad to start with nothing. It's just insulting. It hurts way worse than like if I were to miss like this next one. Just because it's the first swing. It's like, if you weren't ready, then why'd you swing? You had all the time in the world to prep for that one. Oh, can I stack that one too? I'm at 265. I really need this sharp vision here. How long does it take? Like, how much time am I going to waste running around? A little bit. Not too awful. 216. 220. Come on. Yeah, so I have 2 stacked right now. I wonder if you can stack the red script ones with that. I mean, by the time you're stacking that stuff, like, you're literally talking about so much experience per hour that it's such a neat trick, but it's only good once, because, like, then you're capped. There it is, 250. 7. Oh, 100% on the 1 star. There we go. 273. 281. Okay. There's the plus 5%. Here comes the plus 10%. And I'm not going to have enough for the last one. My cordials just ended up at an odd timing. Close, though. One more hit. One more hit. If I can use 2 cordials per time, I definitely get it. Oh, that's why it wore off, because I hit the cap. I was like, it should have had more time. But I hit the cap. 10% bonus. Meh. And I need venture coins, like I need a hole in my head. Yeah, the cards are just random. That's so disappointing. Alright, last one. We're gonna do the venture coin. They both seem to give about the same experience, so like I'm just picking the one based on the bonus loot. Okay. Let's eat our cordial right away. $88. Yeah, I don't know what you do with venture coins at this point. Like, you can't use them fast enough. I guess I could switch to the little short-term ones and try, like, logging in multiple times a day. I mean, that would be a thing that I could do. Because I'm with you. Like, they just pile up. I used to keep 400 around, and then I was like, you know, I might as well keep 500 around. And I was like, well, I might as well keep 600 around. So I think I'm at, like, 700. But I don't have any use for them. I have... You know, I have a ton of cordials on me. I buy the script things. I just burn stuff. And, like, I'm not actively farming it. So imagine if somebody was actively trying to see how many Grand Company seals they could get in a week. I mean, you could just build them up. This is just, like, it just shows up just from doing content. Alright. Next node. 98%. That's awesome. I use the middle one, the 18-hour one. It got me my fat cat, which is awesome. That only comes from, I think, the 18-hour fishing. Which that's like a 800,000 to 1.5 million gil minion that I now have just sitting in my list of minions. It's expensive. Alright. They bring back some weird stuff. I hear they'll bring back like a house. It's like, did you just find that? Like, there was nobody living in it at that exact moment, so you just dragged it away? Alright. This will definitely ding me to 50. I might ding 50, like, in the middle of this quest. My gosh. Yeah, I'm gonna ding 50 on this next node. Yeah, they can bring anything. It's like a random loot table across pretty much the whole game. Think we'll get new classes soon? With 5.0. Yeah, we'll get 1 or 2. Ah, 50! 50, 50, 50. Great success. Mastering the Land 1. Because this was my last Gatherer sub 50. There's a lot of the community that wants that Blue Mage. Enhance Stealth. Enhance. And there it is, 40 done. Duty complete. Yes, teleport me. Alright. Now we'll go back to Ul'dah. Make sure there's nothing. Yeah, I just want to make sure there wasn't anything with without a check mark. So I might as well have this node like complete when it comes to doing this crap later. Alright. Now let's go ahead and swap gear. Got myself a new hat. A lot of the stuff I think I waited to buy Heavensward gear, so I should have a fair bit like incoming over the next couple levels. The big thing is that my what's low? Something's low. Wrists are low. Let's sort this. Crafting points. Where's my next GP? At 53. Oh, and it's got Materia slotted in it. All right. So let's go to Ul'dah. Class quest. Lan. What's going on, Goaty? A rune fenter as a tank? Sounds interesting. It'd be so funny if they were just dropping folders like that for data miners just to jack with them. Just trolling. I think Dancer would be a nice touch, and I think introducing the Dancer with a collaboration event with like Octopath Traveler or something could be really neat. Having Primrose make an appearance. Welcome to the workforce. Thanks for hitting that follow button over on Twitch, Cab. Let's jump to the Miners Guild. I think the Dancer could be a close-range healer. That would fit really well with what we need in the game, with Dancer, like just across the board. Alright. You think it's Geomancer as a tank? Some people speculated Blue Mage as a tank, because we don't have a Mage tank. Alright. I'm not enough of an expert on like all the other Final Fantasy games to know what all they could pull in, but it's a pretty big universe to pull from before they even talk about like inventing things. You just want me to keep talking to people? Is that all we're doing? I mean, it feels like we could all just met on the stairs and had this whole conversation in one go. Guys, seriously. Warrior of Light, you're wasting my time. Canyon of Regret. Chunks of dark steel ore. Doesn't have to be high quality. So let's go see what dark steel ore is trading for. And that's on Sapphire Avenue Exchange. What's going on, Mike? Alright. Dark steel ore. $3,000 a piece, and I have to buy a ton of it. Ugh. Gross. Alright. Guess we're gonna go harvest it. Dark steel. First, let's search for the item, make sure I don't have any in any of my retainers. Nope. A man can dream. Every once in a while I'll have something for like a crafter or whatever. Coerthos Central Highlands. Oh no, it's one of the things on like a specialty thing. Yeah. Alright, then let's just buy it. Dark steel ore. Let's just spend the money. Things cost what they cost sometimes. How much is the fee? A 2,500 fee? It's just already such an expensive experience. Alright. Let's go to Limsa. It's such a big jump. And it's already money I don't want to be spending. So let's just jump to Limsa real quick. Because I can pay 400 round trip and save myself 2,000 gil. You just started playing WoW this week? This week. Bold week. So I would try to level up to cap as fast as possible. So the fastest way to do that is to quest in zones until you're done with that zone and try to pick the lowest level zone possible. I know you're not familiar with WoW, but like the zone it starts you in, finish that zone. And wherever that quest sends you to, finish that zone. Don't branch out from there because the zones are still like typically progressed in the original order, and zones given to you before you were meant to have a mount are naturally closer bundled. So now that the whole world is synced, you might as well do those zones first, because that'll help you out until you get a mount. I don't know if that made sense. If it didn't, I can try to rephrase. But just do the zones in the order they feed them to you. And stick with one class. Don't keep changing classes, because you'll never get there. Just get one class to cap, because there's all sorts of things like heirloom items and stuff like that that you can feed to your other classes when you want to level them up. So just get your one class to cap. Dark steel ore. Hello, water bubble. So, like, in Final Fantasy, we say, do your main story, and as soon as you're done with your main story, just move to the next zone. Do everything in the one area. If you see an exclamation point, do it. Do all your side quests in the one area. Because there's not a main story in WoW. I mean, there is story, but it's all... It'll force you into it. It's not like this main story breadcrumb quest that it is in Final Fantasy. Alright. So we'll save ourselves the fee. Great. And back to Tulda. So we just saved ourselves 2,100 gil. Oh, there's fee reduction in Ishgard? I didn't know that. Huh. Coerthos is the lowest tax? Well, if you're in the city that it's listed, there's no tax. So I just went where that person's retainer was. But that's interesting. All right. Just jump in here and finish this. Yeah, so the fee is a delivery fee. So if you don't require delivery, there's no fee. The more expensive the list, I mean, it's a percentage thing. So, like, when you're buying something that's 12 gil, don't worry about it. But if you're buying something that's, you know, 50,000 gil, you should definitely pay attention to it. If you're liking WoW now and you just started, it gets a lot better. I mean, both games offer a free trial, and both games are like, oh, you can play Final Fantasy up to level 30 and WoW up to level 35. It's like, neither of those games is represented by that level range. Alright. Hello? What's going on, man? Okay. Either way, it doesn't represent the game. I already have the hat. I guess let's grab legs, because if I don't have them, that's a big deal. I don't know. There is story to WoW. It's just, it got more developed in later expansions. You're going to be doing 1 to 60 in the main, the original zones. So that's going to be your Eastern Kingdoms, Kalimdor, those two continents. So that's where you'll spend your time. And then you're going to go over to Outland, Burning Crusade, until you're level 70. You shouldn't need the whole thing anymore these days. Uh-huh. Oh, nice. Insufficient armory space. Why? Oh, because I have all this random junk in here. Alright, so let's switch over to Botanist real quick and see what level that is. 55. I did. Thank you. Clear that space up. Equip this, and my pants are level 40, so let's put on the 55 ones. Oh, insufficient space. That's okay. We can convert this pair of pants, because I will never need them again. Yes! That's such a great feeling. And equip those. And then switch to Botanist to make sure I didn't just strip his pants off. Nope. I've got pants up at 51. Alright, that's fine. Could you see my levels? Sure. So these are my levels for hand and land. So you can tell I took ARR very seriously, and I took Heaven's Word really lax, because I was pushing very heavily towards having all 50s, and then I just never touched it again. And then actually through all of ARR and Heaven's Word, I only played Black Mage. So I had everything in like the 15 to 30 range for cross-class, and in case I ever wanted to level it, and then I never touched it again. And so this expansion, I pushed Warrior all the way up. I pushed Paladin all the way up, and I'm starting to work on Dark Knight. I've also done a little bit of Red Mage here and there when people don't need me to be a tank, actually, which is odd, but they're still in content that's not level capped. So I'll come as a Red Mage for that. So it's rare, but it does pop up. So my goal for this expansion is to get my Dark Knight up to 70, then work on Summoner Scholar, and cap my Red Mage somewhere in there, and then ideally cap my White Mage and then my Astro. So my goal for this expansion is to have all my tanks, healers, and magical range DPS, so that next expansion I can start working on these 6. Brian's coming up on having them all. That's why Brian does all the class guides on the channel. My other goals for this is I would like to, this expansion, have all of my Disciples of the Land up, and I'd like to be working on my hand. So we'll see how high I can get my hands, but definitely having all my lands done before the end of the expansion. So you're getting close on Paladin, and then just Warrior. Warrior is so much fun. It's so much fun. It's such a literal version of what a tank can be. Like, it's just so, like, you know, stand there, take the hits, deal the hits. Like, it's just so literal. I really appreciate it. Yeah, right. Yeah, I would like to at least get them all to 60, and then after that start maybe doing Namatsu or something. How easy was it to get Fisher to 70? It is so easy. So to get Fisher to 60, I just fished. That's all I did. I just fished. I didn't do leaves or anything. I literally just fished. And I just did it with you guys. I just would set aside like an hour a day, and then what you can do is you can open up your... Where do I hide my fishing log? I don't know. Somewhere. You can open up your fishing log. Fishing guide. Fishing guide? Fishing guide. Okay. So your fishing guide is somewhat sorted by level. Sometimes I feel like they're not, like, perfect. So they're sorted by level, and so you can scroll up. But the problem is you can't see what you're missing. So you're going to want to go find one of the fishing websites. I would open up... let me see what... My favorite one is called something, but I don't want to open it on stream because it's just, like, the nastiest experience. Fishing guide... My favorite website, and there's a bunch out there, so find one that works for you, is, I think it's Cat Became Hungry, FF14angler.com. And the reason I like it is it's laid out in a way that makes a lot of sense to me. So I'll open it up here, but if it spams me with ads, I'll close it. And the reason for that is it's laid out exactly like it was. So I can literally say, okay, I'm on what page, and which one am I missing? And then I can click on that fish. So I can say, okay, oh, I don't know what a razor clam is. And I can go to razor clam, and it'll take me to that fish. And so what that allows you to do is look for the fish that are in your area, or your level range that you're missing. And then you can go check your market board for those and fish those to make a ton of money. And so I just leveled fishing while making a ton of money. And then all the fish that aren't worth anything, just descent those, and you can make a ton of money off of descenting them. It's a very slow website. It's got a ton of ads. It is the worst designed website ever. It has the most fantastic information you can have for fishing. And then as soon as you're 60, move to leaves. Solid leaves. And the leaves you want to do are in Kugane. And then I'm going to wrap up for the day. So if I jump over to Kugane, the leaves here, I'll just show you exactly how this works. I don't want to burn a leaf because I plan on burning all my leaves on gatherers in the next few days, but I'll show you as if I was going to click. So I'll show you how I leveled it. I think I did 60 to 70 in 4 hours, 2 hours, something like that. It was very fast. It was shockingly fast. I think I did it in like 1 or 2 streams. And you can do Namatsu now. So you can do Namatsu. But I was already 70. So I did it before this. Oh, so I ran the wrong way. So 70, you can now do Namatsu. So if you haven't capped your Namatsu, I would just do Namatsu every day. I would recommend probably being like 63 is where you'd be more comfortable. But I would do Namatsu every day. So you can go to Leaves. If you want to level it really fast, and you go to Fieldcraft, and you click on Fishing, and there's going to be these little cards up here. So there's Blood in the Water, To the Teeth, and Preoccupied. You want to do the Preoccupied. So you want to do what's called Charity Leaves. Charity, is that the word? Because it allows you to turn it in 3 times. And so look for the card that tells you that it's allowed to be turned in 3 times. Because that means per leaf credit, you can literally trade it in 3 times. And then remember, high quality is double XP. So when you're deciding how much to buy, you're always willing to pay up to double price for double XP. So if it's 100 a fish, you're willing to pay up to 200 for high quality. So then you go type in Oct. Should be this octopus thing. And I think it's Koromo Octopus. And so it's 1,200 a piece, or 2,400 for double. That means that the 2,400s are definitely worth it, because you're getting exactly the same experience as if you'd done the 1,200 and used up your leaves twice as fast. So you'd buy the 2,400, and notice that these are listed in Kugane, so there's no fee on these. So I would just buy all of these up at 2,400. And then I'd probably buy the 1,200s, and then I'd buy the 2,500s, and then I'd buy the 1,400s, and I'd just keep going back and forth, cheaper, until it got too rich for your blood, and just turning those in. And there's other leaves like that that'll pop up, so it's not just octopuses, but octopuses I think is one. And so you want to do the leaves that are triple, that you can turn them in 3 times. It's very fast, very fast. Oh, okay. Thank you. Yeah. So, charity leaves is what it's called for crafting, but same idea. Same idea. So that's really it. So hopefully that's really helpful. I think I have some form of guides out there, but I'm looking at starting to just make more like little beginner simple subject guides. And even though they might overlap in information, it's just sometimes people are searching for like this piece of information, sometimes people are searching for this. And so there's no reason that can't be like this guide, a little bit of both guide. And so I'm starting to just work on little things like that. And instead of doing like a big, like the Fisher series where I did 1, 2, and I haven't finished part 3 yet, those are really hard to make. I think I'd rather just like keep putting out little tidbits and just let a big playlist build up of just 50 little tidbits that you can search for something you're looking for, or you can just turn on the playlist and just let it run and see if there's anything you don't know in there. So, hope that helps. Namatsu is great experience, so you can definitely level up with Namatsu. I was just already capped when Namatsu was released. So it wasn't something that I had available to me, but keep in mind that Namatsu is, and Namatsu has its own, if you haven't done your Namatsu yet, Namatsu is in Azim Steppe, and it's at Doro Low, and I will show you where that is, because you may need to fly to it so you can unlock the Aetherite, but then once you're there, just keep doing that, and you're actually going to get a really sweet mount, and there's a sweet minion, and so you can go ahead and cap out your rep with them while leveling your gatherers and crafters. So that's what the mount looks like. This little thing marching around. Alright. Yes. There's, I think, one fishing quest that tells you that the fishing hole is over here, and it's really in this river over here. So if you're fishing in this fishing hole over here and it's not working, move to this fishing river over here. Otherwise, they're all correct. You'll need to discover the fishing holes. So having the fishing holes up is really nice. I think it's... What do I have mine bound to? Just pushing all the keys until it works. It's in my logs. Log, fishing guide, no, log, fishing log. There it is. So you're going to want to have these labeled. So once you fish in them once, you'll have them labeled. Tail call, uppercut, like, until you've fished in each of them, they're not labeled. Now, once you do fish in them, it's really easy to tell you where the quest is asking you to go. So, with that note, I have definitely run longer than the 1 hour intended. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Immoral, I'll definitely put that on my list of just quick things. I wouldn't mind seeing if I could say it a little more concise and a little more to the point, since people watching the video won't. But absolutely, I'll see if I can put something together. Leveling guide, fishing. All right. So yeah, that's it. You don't like Scholar, but you like Summoner? Well, at least you only have to do one, right? So thank you guys. I'll be back later to do some World of Warcraft, but it'll be, once again, not battle-oriented. So it'll either be, we capped Archaeology, so I think I'm going to work on my fishing, so it'll be fishing, actually. So I'm going to be working on my fishing artifact weapon, which is like relic weapons. So I'm going to be working on my, my artifact fishing rod, because I've got maybe, probably 8 to 15 hours left until I have that, and that's going to be 2 to 3 times as many hours if I wait until the expansion rolls, because they're not taking the content out, but a lot of it is made easier if you're in a group, and those groups are going to just disappear because nobody's going to be wanting to do it. So, see you guys later.